Welcome to Beer Disciples. I'm Ross Quintana.
And I'm Richard Callahan.
That's right, and this is the big daddy we've been waiting for here. Firestone Walker's Parabola? Parababa. How about Parabola? Parabola. I don't know exactly how it's enunciated, but I know how to drink it. And
it looks like the name of a disease.
Yes, that's true. So,
like a flesh-eating disease.
I'm not going to get into a dissertation about the Latin root of that word, para, meaning from. So here it is. Get a good look at it, because you may not see very many where you're at. I know I only saw this at one place, so.
Only 3,000 cases produced, so very limited.
12.5 ABV on this, and 82 IBUs.
That's kind of high.
Russian Imperial Stout is how I saw it on one, just Imperial Stout on the other. So.
And this is interesting. I like this, that Firestone Walker puts this rating on here, but it's this 167 SRM, which is the amount of light that gets through on the edges. And it's coded there as midnight black is the color. So it's...
Well, yes, we're excited. We're in for a treat. So let's go ahead and crack it open. Brewer Firestone Walker Brewing Company out of Paso Robles, California. And this is rated on RateBeer as 100 overall and 97 for the style. And then BeerAdvocate gave it an A. And on BeerAdvocate is number 6 for the style out of all beers for that style. So didn't make the RateBeer. But, yeah.
RateBeer didn't have it on there?
Not in their top 25.
Oh.
So, but sometimes they're kind of off between the two of them. They bounce back and forth. So here we go. Let's take a look at this pour here. Oh yeah, the smoking gun. Come on, baby. Show me what you're working with. Oh yeah. Look at the bottom.
I'm
look at
looking
this.
in the light. Can't see anything in it.
So. Slow, and look at that color. And that color reminds you of the head of chocolate. It has this dark, kind of moussey colored head.
I'll have to look at it again in the glass. There's a glare on it.
Well, don't be ashamed. Let you get your pour on here. It's
you didn't want to go 3
well, we'll see what we have. I mean, don't fill up the Hefeweizen glass with it if that's what you're talking about, but get yourself a good amount. I want you can probably pour it all. I don't know if there's going to be any left. I'm not worried about. Yeah, look at that right there. Slow cascading coming down the edges. I mean, you'd expect it for a beer like this. I mean, bottom line is...
Turned into ice cream right there. Look at that.
Yeah, you've got an insurrection up here. It's going to circle the wagons and start shooting them with their arrows.
Wow.
Yeah, that's still going pretty good. Look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you give yourself a little bit more there. I don't know.
Well, I won't let you tell me
I
twice.
know, you're not going to... You hesitate, I might reconsider over here. We'll just do it in this one for now.
Wow.
All right, so appearance, there's no question.
Nice ruby red on the edge. It's like actually kind of like a blood red or a rust color.
Yeah, it's very opaque.
Yeah, there's no light getting through except on the edge for sure.
I'm gonna call that a 5. You know, I don't think I could go 4 or 5 because it does remind me a lot of the. It's similar to the pour of chocolate. I think chocolate actually goes 3-tone on it. It kind of went that way, but.
One of the reasons I'm going to give this a 5 is because if you look close at the bubbles as they run down the side, they look like super tiny pixels.
Yeah. Well, these are high definition glasses. I don't know if you knew that.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, I think it's good.
Beautiful looking beer all the way around.
I'm going to go with a 5.
Yeah.
I think it's all I can expect from it. Let's check the nose.
Wow. It's
the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it? You know, I'm getting those little bit of those coconut notes like we got with the Abacus.
Yeah. It's slight. The bourbon is hot on this. It doesn't seem like it's hot in a bad way. You do get more booze on this than you do Abacus, though. The roasty malt characteristics this beer has are really, really impressive for an imperial stout.
That smells
It's
good.
yeah, it's at least as good as a Russian imperial stout from Stone or 1050.
I liked this a little bit better than the Stone smell. The Stone smell was a little bit more disjointed for me, I guess. I mean, it was good, but it was very close. But it felt kind of like there was two different things going on. This feels bigger. This feels a little bigger of a beer.
As you smell it more, the bourbon fades, and it fades to coconut, like sweet toasted coconut. Now, I don't know if this is because of the temperature I'm drinking it at. It's on the colder side. Might have to let it warm up a little bit. But the taste isn't as mind blowing as I thought. I'm a little bit disappointed in the taste. I don't think I could give it a 5 on taste.
Ah!
That's what
I've killed the insurrection. Silence, infidel. See, I like the flavor, I gotta tell you. In comparison to the Abacus, what I get from this is I get that roast backbone. I feel like all the flavors are right in there, and the booziness is just well contained in the roast, but still lingering over the edges. That sweet body and the complexity just stays with you. The carbonation on these is just so incredible to me. It's like it could be its own category, which normally doesn't affect a beer that much, but it isn't gassy. It's all that. It's kind of like what Sam Adams does. They overcarbonate a lighter beverage a little bit and gives it a more exciting body. And this already has a good body and a big body, and then the carbonation really adds to it, which a lot of these big imperial stouts, the carbonation is almost non-existent. And I've always thought if there was a little bit more, I would be happy. And these last two prove that it does give a better experience, and it helps with the wash.
Overall, I'm going to give this one. I think it lacks a little bit in drinkability because of the taste drawback a little bit. So I think I'm going to give it an A-. I don't think I can go as high as an A or an A+ on the big Parabola. I mean, it's big, it's delicious, it's great, but there's a couple things holding me back from really just saying this is one of the best beers I've ever had. So probably makes my top 10, but Abacus, for my money, is hands down a better beer.
Abacus to me, I liked it, but it felt a little I mean, it was an A+, so obviously it was a great experience. But it didn't feel as together as this one. Like this one feels like everything is right in where it's placed, and then you get that coconut nose.
A lot of coffee and dark chocolate notes in this. So, I mean, if you like coffee, dark chocolate, bourbon, slight coconut, I mean, you're gonna love this beer. I love the beer. I can't give it my highest rating.
The reality is it's nice to, for smell, I was going to give it a 5 backing up here. Taste, I got to go 5 because I love the big balance on it. Mouthfeel.
Mouthfeel's impressive. It's got.
I have to give it a 5 because of what they did, adding the carbonation to this in the right amount. And then drinkability for me, because that cleans the palate, is a 5. I have to give this beer an A+ for the style. Because I just like everything. It fits my needs. It gives me the roast that I wanted without any more. It lets it wash. It gives me the coconut nose. I mean, these are all things that I would like. And overall, pretty impressive. The second outing for Firestone Walker. And I like the other two. And maybe it's just that's why I really do believe we have to do them side by side. Not to say is one better than the other, but I like the barley wine that they did. And I really like this for a stout. As a matter of fact, so far for me, this would be my top imperial stout. I like it a little better than I like the Stone because I felt like the Stone it wasn't as solid. It felt like it got a little refreshing, and I would want a little more roast and a little more body. So this feels like it's all right there, like it moves as a whole, and even on the like 1050 and stuff, is silky but doesn't have the complexity that this has. So for me, this has been my favorite imperial stout, I'd say. Maybe along with like Bitches Brew. I can't wait till that comes out again because that really impressed me, and I didn't think I was because it was so roasty. So yeah, A+ for me on this. 100 out of the style, 100 overall. This is just right for me. I love it. You gonna take A-?
What?
You gonna take A-?
I'm sticking with my A- on this. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get stoned on my way out. It's a delicious beer. I think age will improve this. So I'm willing to revisit it 12 months from now and see if my
I think
rating
age
goes
will
up.
improve this.
I do too, actually.
Okay, yeah, great. Okay, so join the conversation online, facebook.com/BeerDisciples. Let us know what you think if you've had it. Or you can check us out at the BeerDisciples@gmail.com. If you got suggestions, beer reviews, want to do a beer trade, want to just bring us expensive beer to drink, we'll even include you in the review if you want to be included.
We have a wide angle lens.
That's right. You could be third man, third seat. You could sit on my lap first if you bring a really great beer. So till next time, we're gonna say cheers.
Cheers.